Welcome to Subramani. Please hit the bell icon. Please subscribe. I'm nicely on a vacation in Bandhavgarh when a friend calls me and says, "Do you know what is financial therapy?" So I could guess what it could be. So he said, No. It has now become big business in the US. There is something called a Financial Therapy Association, typically in keeping in line with the US. So what is financial therapy? First, let's start. Most of us realize that we need some financial help at some stage, whether it is to borrow a loan, take a loan, or whether it is to invest or things like that. But very many people actually need financial therapy because they live way beyond their means, or they make mistakes which you wouldn't even believe if you are an ordinary person. For example, they go and commit to expenses. They would commit to any expense just because it is available on installments, right? So if an EMI is available, they will travel, they will buy anything that they need, don't need, they will get upgrade of their car. They will do all these things just because it is available on an installment. So some of these things you have noticed, you have seen people do, and then you shrug your shoulders and say it's their problem, right? And nobody comes for financial therapy. They just come for some financial advice. Then you see their financial mess, and then you say, look, you need to do all this. Then they go away saying, oh, this is not going to happen. So typically they will say, no, you don't understand how it is. We cannot live without a car. If three of us have to go, I mean, a husband, wife, and a 5-year-old, we need a vehicle, no? So they justify a car, they justify an air conditioner in every room, 11,000 rupee electricity bill. All this is fine if you can afford it. But if you are earning only about say 2.5 lakhs each, husband and wife, that's not a small amount of money, right? So you're earning 20,000 a month. No way how that is sufficient. Okay, let's go to 24 lakhs a year. Is that good? I think that's very good. But even there, the first 20,000-30,000 rupees goes away in paying for your car, your servant salary, etc. And there is this whole community which believes they cannot. They just have to have all those things. So the ability to travel by public transport and all those things are lost long back. Similarly, on the other end of the spectrum are people with tons of money and wondering whether they can afford to take an Ola, or should they take an auto rickshaw, or should they travel by train, can they afford airfare, and in their fare, if there is something called a business class, can they afford it, right? So all these things. So a lot of people actually do need therapy. So what do? They talk to somebody and they make some changes in their lifestyle. But the US, as usual, has created something called the Therapy Association, right? Financial Therapy Association. Who typically is a financial therapy professional? He's either a CPA or somebody who is already in financial services, or is a healthcare professional, and he sees the impact, or she sees the impact of poor financial behavior, which leads to divorce, which leads to fights, which leads to even murder, or somebody saying, oh, I must have this, and they buy it and they have no clue how they will pay for it. So which makes a problem even for the person who is lending, right? So the whole of society has a problem because of poor financial behavior by a few people. So as is US has created an association. Very soon they will make it compulsory that you have to go through this, and they say that they have a rigorous training of 500 hours, of which 250 hours can be already said, oh, I've already done this training, I've done this, and or rather I am doing financial planning, so that could be that could be waived off. So typically they pick a professional who could be a healthcare professional or a financial services professional, who knows one part of the business, and they are trained to do the other part. So financial professionals are trained to do therapy, and obviously people who know how to do therapy are trained on finances. So that training may not be very rigorous, so be careful. So maybe you meet your financial planner once in 6 months or once in a year, but you are likely to meet your financial therapist far more often. So I guess the engagement would go something like this. You go to a guy and say, look, I have these problems, and can you do financial therapy for me? I don't even know how people will seek financial therapy. I can see a lot of couples or families, and I think they need financial therapy. But will they ever approach a professional and say, look, we need financial therapy? Chances are they already believe that they know everything, that they know that they have to invest in mutual funds, that they have to do equity trading, right? So to me, if you ask me, the financial therapy which is needed, at least in India, is for those people who have no clue how to buy a share or sell a share, but somebody in this financial influencer has convinced them that it is very easy, and all they have to do is spend 10 minutes a day and they can learn. And these are the books which I recommend, which I have written. So please read these books and come to me, and I will teach you how to do. I will even give you some money to trade with, right? So that's how the spiel is. So I find young professionals, maybe 40 years of age, 35 years of age, 25 years of age, who are good in their professions, wanting to either give up the profession because trading is doing very well, or start learning from books and periodicals or YouTube videos and say, look, I want to be a full-time trader. These are not people who are getting into wealth management. They are not people who are wanting to manage other people's money, etc. Remember, they just want to manage their own money. They want to buy and sell and trade, because today brokerage charges are very low. So they think they can make a living doing this, and some of them are able to earn maybe 5,000 in the first trade or 20,000 in the first trade. So are these the people who need therapy? Well, I may think so. They don't think so. They don't think that they need any therapy or any help whatsoever. Well, that's their call. But as usual, in a few years, there will be FTA, or Financial Therapy Association, Financial Therapy Analysts, Financial Therapy Professionals. There will be a degree. That degree will cost you $6,000 or $7,000 to get it. $1,000 for annual membership. I think it's a great business. I don't see why somebody should not start that in India, saying don't call it Financial Therapy Association because it's already there. Just say Financial Counseling Association and start this. I think it's a great business. Is there need for something like this? Yes. Will people come to a financial counseling therapist or financial counseling association member for this? I have no clue, because the Americans love to create bodies. These bodies have memberships. These memberships are expensive. Maintaining those memberships are more expensive. You have to pay maybe $500 a year or $1,000 a year. For India, they may reduce it to $100 a year. Remember, these are private bodies. These are going to make a lot of money. So financial therapy, I think if you've got a business sense, you should start a financial counseling association in India. Call them financial counselors. Right now, there is nothing in SEBI or anywhere who will say you can't call yourself financial counselors. So go and occupy that space. It's a good space. Do I think people need this? Yes, I think people do need this. Do I have the energy to form an association? 25 years back, maybe I would have done it, but today I don't have the energy. To me, it's good fun reading all this, but will you go to a financial therapist? Please answer in the comment box and check out whether you think there are people who need financial therapy. I can find tons of people. I can find chartered accountants, I can find lawyers, I can find doctors, a lot of them who think they understand finance. They are doing something in finance, and then wondering where did they get lost. So yes, some of these people need financial therapy, but how to do it, how to structure it, I think it's a great business opportunity for the person rendering that service. And then people saying, oh, this is fantastic, super, I think you should start one. Maybe then I will call myself a financial counseling therapist rather than just a financial therapist, right? So I don't want to break any rule. Some American body would have already occupied that space. So financial counselor and therapy, right? FCT in India, I can call myself that instead of calling myself a financial coach. But yes, I need much more training in being empathetic towards the person who is talking to me. Yes, financial counseling is the next goal for me. Just kidding. Please subscribe. Please become a member. My number of members have to go up. I'm not telling you how much it is now. You can go and check. Thank you.